Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So, Rosita and Ezekiel survived Season 9 of The Walking Dead. They both survived the Heads on Spikes, which is when they died in the comics. So, they both survived their comic deaths. Now, it's not unheard of in The Walking Dead for characters that died in the comics to live longer in the show. Tyrese survived his comic death, but he was introduced later in the show than the comics, so that was kind of expected. Giving him his comic death would have just been way too soon to kill off the character. And Abraham survived his comic death, but he died 5 seconds later anyway. I'm not really sure what they were thinking when they did that. It was kind of like just sort of giving the audience blue balls, basically. But yeah, characters have survived their comic deaths and have lived longer. And with Rosita and Ezekiel, I really wasn't sure if they were going to get their comic deaths or not. On one hand, I felt like around the time in Season 9, Rosita and Ezekiel were both sort of complete characters. Their story arcs were kind of complete. Their character development was complete. Rosita was happy. She had found herself, and she had found the man that she loved, who was Gabriel. She was pregnant. She had a bright, hopeful future, which is something that can get you killed. Ezekiel was happily married to Carol, and things were going fairly well for him. And I loved both characters, and I didn't want them to get their comic deaths. But at the same time, I just felt like they were probably going to, because it was kind of like Glenn. It was just like such an iconic thing that they were probably going to give it to those characters. But on the other hand, there was a bunch of actors that were leaving. Rick's actor had left. Maggie's actress had left. And we had found out that Michonne is leaving in this season. Maybe they knew that ahead of time. I don't know. But basically, a lot of people are leaving. A lot of actors are leaving. So there's that argument that maybe keep Rosita and Ezekiel around and keep them for the Whisperer War. So, therefore, Rosita and Ezekiel lived to Season 10. Now, a lot of people are worried that Rosita will be dying in Season 10, Ezekiel will be dying in Season 10, maybe it will still be like Abraham and they just die in the beginning anyway, and they don't live much longer. Maybe they die in Episode 8 of the mid-season finale. Maybe they both get killed in the Whisperer War. Maybe they die in the back half of the season. Maybe they die in the finale of Season 10. Maybe one of them lives, one of them dies. But, however, what if, and I know this is a stretch, but what if they both live through Season 10? What if somehow, some way, they both live to Season 11? I mean, that would be crazy, but they did survive their comic deaths, and I know that there needs to be casualties in the Whisperer War, but, you know, what if they both get lucky and they both manage to live through the Whisperer War? What if they both live through Season 10? Now, keep in mind, when I say that they both live through Season 10, the Whisperer War might not be over in Season 10. I have this feeling that the Whisperer War will be the back half of Season 10 and the first half of Season 11. So even if Rosita and Ezekiel survive Season 10, they could still die in the Whisperer War in the beginning of Season 11. So that doesn't necessarily protect them from that part of the comics, but it would at least, we'd have, 2 more seasons of these two characters that we like, and that we were happy that they survived their comic deaths. So that would be pretty crazy. I don't think it's likely going to happen. I honestly think that there's a good chance we'll be losing both characters in Season 10. Maybe we'll get lucky and one of them dies, one of them lives, but I don't know. I think chances are they're both going to be dying in Season 10. Maybe I'm just wanting to be negative. Maybe I just want to prepare for the worst case scenario. But I honestly, yeah, I'd say we're most likely looking at both Rosita and Ezekiel dying in Season 10 of The Walking Dead. Maybe one of them lives, one of them doesn't. But if they both live to Season 11, that would be pretty cool. I mean, it's possible that, Angela Kang decided not to kill these two characters, and then she said, okay, well, instead of killing these characters, I'm going to kill off Tara Chandler, she had just become the leader of Hilltop. I felt like Tara had some potential. I'm not necessarily against her death, especially if it was her instead of Rosita. I would definitely have traded Tara for Rosita, so I agree with that decision, but Tara had potential. I felt like Tara had more story to be told, more character development to be had. She had just become the leader of Hilltop, and I feel like there was still more to do with her, and that was cut short. She was killed off, and then Angela Kang was like, okay, I'm going to kill Henry. Another character that seemed like he had more potential. They literally gave him Comic Carl's storyline, and then they cut that short. And it seems like Tara was traded for Rosita, and Henry was traded for Ezekiel. I mean, it really was. They intentionally mislead us to think that Rosita was one of the heads on spikes, literally seconds before it's shown to be Tara. And then Henry is the biggest one that's saved for last, that gets the big shot. In the comics, that's Ezekiel that's saved for last and gets the big shot. So those two were traded for those two. So maybe Angela Kang did that. She killed Henry and Tara, who you could argue are two characters that had more potential, because she's going long term with Ezekiel and Rosita. She's going to give them long term stories. She's going to come up with big plans for those characters that extend beyond the 16 episode runtime of season 10. So in that way, it is possible that Rosita and Ezekiel survive to season 11. And I do think it helps them that Rick and Maggie's leaving. Maybe it'll help them that Michonne is leaving. Maybe that'll buy them some more time. I mean, we can't lose all the characters, you know? So maybe Rosita and Ezekiel survive season 10. I think that would be cool. I wouldn't hold my breath, though. I honestly think there's a good chance that both of them will die in season 10. At least one of them, probably both of them. But I could be wrong. If they both survive season 10, it's probably because the writers are coming up with these big plans for them to live a long time and for them to have a lot of story and character development. That's why they didn't give them their comic deaths, because they came up with years worth of story for them. Maybe more than 8 episodes or 16 episodes of this season, you know, bigger, longer, long-term plans. But I think most likely Rosita and Ezekiel will be dying in season 10. So, I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I think most likely they'll die, but it would be cool if they both live to season 11. I think the tricky thing for me is the Whisperer War. I don't see them surviving the Whisperer War. You gotta have huge deaths in the Whisperer War, unless they kill someone like Negan, like have Negan sacrifice himself. It's probably going to be Rosita and Ezekiel that they get killed in the Whisperer War. So I think most likely they will both die in season 10, but who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 595 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 600 in the next probably week or two. So just remember, every subscriber counts, every bit of support matters, and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we can get to that goal of 600. We are very, very close to 600 subscribers. Just 5 more. 5 more people hitting that subscribe button puts us at 600 subscribers. Can't wait. Cannot wait for that. Cannot wait for 600 subscribers. That's a huge one. Just 5 more people. We got this, guys. We're already there. We're already at 600. We just have to pretty much be there. Just 5 more people, 5 more subscribers. Cannot wait for 600. Can't wait to celebrate that. Once we get to 600, I will make a video celebrating 600. So, yeah, just really excited. Can't believe how close we are. We're pretty much already there. We just need 5 more. Anyway, I really do appreciate all of you people that have been supporting this channel for the past year and a half. It's been going on, that have been supporting these videos and believing in me and enjoying my content and subscribing and liking and leaving comments and giving views. Even if it's just watching 10 seconds of a video, it really makes a difference and means a lot to me, and I really, really appreciate it. Can't wait to continue to expand things. Can't wait to get to 600 subscribers, 800, 1,000. Someday we'll be at 2,000, 3,000. I mean, we're getting there. We're already a chunk of the way to 3,000. 600 is a chunk, But, yeah, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.